What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing something that's definitely much needed and something that has been long overdue for this car, and it is some interior lights. We're going to be replacing the 3 dome lights in the front, the 2 dome lights in the back, the vanity lights in the mirrors, your sun visor mirrors, the light when you open up the mirror, you also get what I'm saying. And then we're also going to be replacing the puddle lights. So the lights underneath the side mirrors, we're going to be replacing those. I'm just going to show you how it looks like right now, and then we're going to be upgrading them to white. So the car does have that feature when you walk up to the car, the puddle lights will automatically turn on when the key is detected when it's like pretty close. Don't think it's going to show up that well, but I'll show you guys how it looks like pretty much underneath the side mirror housing. So not very bright at all, just your standard stock bulbs in the housing that comes right from the factory. And you also got your front 3 dome lights, 2 dome lights in the back, and then your vanity mirrors up top. And then we will also be replacing the bulb in the side door. So after doing some research for a while, there were a couple companies that I was debating on buying lights from. There was Precision LED, iJDMToy, and VLEDs. I ended up going with the iJDMToy. I was originally gonna go with the Precision LED just because it came in a pack. I did some research and the bulbs on the Precision LEDs were not as bright. Not a lot of people used it, so I was like, I don't know if I want to take the gamble. Plus, it was definitely much more expensive than the iJDMToy, which is the ones that I definitely got. I got about 12 bulbs for a good price, compared to if I were to get it from the VLEDs or the Precision LEDs, the price would have definitely been much more expensive. So based on the research that I saw and the experience that people had, the VLEDs are definitely the brightest out of the LEDs. And then it goes to iJDMToy and then the Precision LEDs. So I wasn't gonna go too bright, it's only interior lights, so I went with the middle. We'll see how it goes, and you guys will definitely see that in this video. I think interior lights are definitely something that you should do to your car no matter what car you have. If it's a much newer, I don't think you need to replace it, but for an older car like 2009, I think it's definitely much needed, and it's something that I like to do on every single one of my cars. Let's open this guy up. So in total, we're gonna be replacing about 11 bulbs in the car. I did buy 12, so just in case I did mess up, I do have an extra one just in case. And they did come in a pack of 2. So you got your standard 194 bulbs here, and then we do have your DE 3175 for the rear dome light. So I'll link all of these in the description, and then you guys can pick and choose whichever one you guys need. Let's get to the install. All right, so since we are starting in the back of the car, so the first thing we have to do is we actually have to stick a wedge down here and actually just kind of pull the light down, and then we should be able to get this case off. Gonna try not to break anything, but no promises. I'm gonna be using a small flathead screwdriver. I don't suggest this just because of the chances of you scratching the case. I'm gonna try to be super careful. I don't have one of those special tools for taking off these plastic pieces, but if you guys do, I do suggest you guys go ahead and get that. Or if you have one yourself, that's probably best too. So another thing that I think would be helpful is if you have like a card, you don't have to use a credit card, just because obviously a credit card is pretty valuable. Like you use a credit card pretty much every day. If you have an older gift card or like a rewards card, I suggest using that. Yeah, let's get this housing off and then we'll see how it goes. So that wasn't too bad. The small flathead screwdriver definitely worked like a charm. So let me show you how it looks like. So the 2 lights are actually just up there. All you have to do is just remove it. I don't have 3 hands or someone else to hold the camera and the light. I'll just show you guys how it looks like. They're both in. The only way to really check it is if you open your door. And they both didn't turn on. Okay, so if that does happen, all you have to do is just switch around the bulb. So the right side is gonna be on the left and the left side is gonna be on the right. Perfect. So it's now both in. Definitely much brighter. I don't know why that one's still on, but definitely much brighter. Excuse me, sir. Why are you still on? Hello? There we go. Now all the bulbs do match in color-wise. See that? So all you have to do is just pop this guy back in. All right, so now the back is done. Let's move on to the front because that's where the bulk of the lights are actually going to be installed in. So let's go. All right, so now that I'm in the front and I'm in the passenger seat. I'm actually going to start off with the vanity mirror just because it's right here. It's super easy to access. Pretty much run over through everything on one side first, and then once that's done, we'll move on to the other side, and then we'll see how it looks. So for this one, you would have to use, I don't think you can use a flathead screwdriver. I think you would have to use actually a credit card. So I'm actually going to use a Red Robin royalty card. Shout out to Red Robin, man. Burgers are alright. Not the greatest, but it does the job. So now that we got that out, Red Robin did work like a charm. Shout out to Red Robin again. So just a little bulb like that, and then we will replace it with one of these bad boys. Put that in like so. Nice. So much more brighter. Definitely a lot easier than the back, but they're both actually pretty easy. We're actually going to move on to the front dome light. It's actually going to be 3 lights. I believe we will need a screwdriver to take the bolts or the whole front dome light housing out. So yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that right now. All right, I'm gonna place you guys down. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to show you guys this because my camera skills are kind of so let's see the best I can do. All right, so the first thing you guys will need to do is, you see those 2 housings on the right and the left? You guys will actually need to remove those. It's not too bad. You can just use a flathead screwdriver. Sorry, I'm using my phone as my flashlight, but you will need to remove that, or at least uncover it so you can reveal the Phillips screws. So once that's done, I'll show you guys what to do next. All right, so now that both of those little door things are out, you just gotta unscrew the Phillips head on both sides, and then we can get to removing the whole housing. All right, so now that we got both screws out on this side, we're actually gonna use a credit card, get it from both ends, and then just move your way around. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Sorry, my camera skills are a little doo-doo, but let's get to it. Finally got it off. So now all you have to do is just take out the old 3 bulbs. All right, so now that we got all 3 out, all you have to do is just take out the old halogen bulb, place the LED bulb in the housing, like that. And then you just place it in. So the 2 on the outside are actually with the black housing. Twist, and it locks. All 3 bulbs are back in. Let's turn it on and see how it looks. Hey. But much brighter than before, and definitely not too bad. So let's put everything back together and move on to the next one. All right, so now that we got pretty much all the lights in the front replaced, I'll show you guys how it looks. So the front 3 dome lights, and then we got the vanity mirror, and then the vanity mirror on the driver's side as well. So all replaced, as well as the one in the back. See, all the lights replaced pretty much on the interior. The next one we're gonna move on to is the side marker on the one on the door. We're actually gonna be replacing that one right there. It is red. I plan to change it to white in the future, so that's why I'm changing the bulb now. You probably can't even tell that we're gonna change it to white, but when I do change the housing to a clear housing in the future, it'll be much brighter. All right, so in order to take this piece off, we're gonna need either a plastic tool, or we're gonna try it with the Red Robin card again, and then we're gonna pop this out. So Red Robin tool did work like a charm again. So one thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna unplug it from the door first, and then let the bulb cool first before you touch it, because it might be a little hot. We'll give it a few seconds, and then we'll remove the housing and then replace this bulb. So now that we let it cool for a little bit, you're gonna wanna take this clear top housing off first. And in order to do that, you're gonna wanna press on it with a flathead underneath there. Clear housing is out. And then all you would have to do, just like you've been doing the whole time, replacing that bulb, take this one out and then replace it with LED bulb. So you wanna plug it in first before you even install this clear case, because you don't wanna install it and then put it back together and it doesn't turn on and you're like, damn, I gotta take it back together. So good thing that it works, and then we're gonna put this clear housing back on. Honestly, I can't really tell that it's brighter, but once we get the white one in, it'll definitely look a lot more brighter. Let's move on to the last light in the puddle light. We're actually gonna do this guy, and what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna pull it all the way back towards the front of the car. All right, so I'm in the middle of editing this video right now, and as you guys have just seen in the last clip, make sure you guys don't pull the mirror all the way back like I just did. You'll see exactly why in the next following clips, but I think that might have been what triggered my mirror to break. I'll just let you guys watch it in the next few clips. So you're gonna wanna push the top of the mirror all the way back, and then you're gonna wanna make sure you have a little bit of clearance up here. And then you're gonna wanna pull it until it does that. So now that's that done, you're gonna wanna get a screwdriver, and there's gonna be 4 screws. So one in the top right, top left, and the bottom left, bottom right. So you're gonna wanna unscrew those. So those 4 screws are pretty much holding the light assembly in place. What you can do is you can just pretty much use like a plastic piece, like a credit card, and just kind of line it here so you can kind of separate the two. So now that you pretty much got everything undone, you're gonna want to find the housing where the light bulb is, disconnect it from the wires, remove the old bulb, and then replace it with your new one. So like I said before, you always want to test before you even put everything back. So all I did was press the unlock button and LED brighten right up. So that just lets me know that it's working. So let's put everything back together and then we should be good to go. All right, so now that we got pretty much everything back into place, you just do the reverse of what you just did. All right guys, so the last clip you probably saw me in was replacing the light on the side mirror, which I did do successfully, but I did run into an issue, and I don't know if it's just me, like I have the worst luck in the world. My side mirror is broken. So I honestly don't even know what the hell I did, but trying to put the piece back together. I was trying to put the housing back together, the light, and then that piece was on there, but like it doesn't even stay, like it doesn't even go back into place. Like, excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be more careful on the next side, and then we'll get to fixing this. That's probably gonna be a separate video, so if you guys wanna watch that video, stay tuned for the next video, because I'm probably not gonna, I'm gonna include this clip, but I'm not gonna include me fixing that in this video. I'm pissed. Let's get to the other side. Let's finish all the lights. Let's wrap it up. All right guys, so that concludes all of the light install for the interior lights. For the most part, everything was pretty simple and pretty easy. I would want to rate this install on like a 3.2. It's honestly not that hard. The only thing that I would suggest is if you do have the special tools, definitely use that. You can also get by with just simple like screwdrivers, flathead screwdrivers, even just a credit card. I use the Red Robin royalty card. Shout out to Red Robin again. The only mishap that I really ran into was just the mirrors. So if you do have a Lexus IS250, I'm gonna get to fixing it right now, but if you want to stay tuned for that, stay tuned in the next video. I'm actually not going to be filming that in this one. If you guys did enjoy this video, give the video a big thumbs up. If you aren't already, subscribe to the channel down below. I will be leaving the links to all of the light bulbs that I used, and as well as the sizes. Shout out to iJDMToy for these lights. Definitely a good price for the quality of bulbs that they give you. So check them out if you haven't already. Until then, stay safe, wash your hands. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.